What?
You know when they start talking, when the people that who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumped. I'ma beat his.
Can't do shit. Wait,
For
I don't
real.
give a
Y'all better be quiet.
You've been talking since I've been baby.
Man, I can't wait.
I'ma show you.
Man,
I'ma show you.
Next, I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight.
It happens now? What do you think?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you think it'll be your next one?
I think it could be.
Behind the scenes at the press event for Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Tensions flared between Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur. People in the area reported that the confrontation revolved around potential future plans, with Shakur forcefully pressing Tank about what would be next if he manages to defeat Teofimo.
Elite level fighters. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
Contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right. So why people even talk like he the best at? He didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126. 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you? All that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you going to get hit.
Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis established themselves as leading figures in the lightweight division. There has been a persistent edge to their relationship that extends beyond standard rivalry. It isn't simply about both fighters ranking among the division's elite. It's reflected in their comments toward one another. It's the subtle jabs that get exchanged, and how each camp responds whenever their names come up, whether that's during interviews or interactions online.
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that, and he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left.
Will you respond once you take a shot? That question has lingered as fans continue to push for a showdown between Tank and Shakur. Widely viewed as one of the most exciting potential matchups in boxing today, it would pit a devastating puncher. Known for highlight reel finishes against a smooth, tactical boxer, praised for his defense and ring intelligence, Shakur has repeatedly expressed his desire for the fight, even saying in past interviews that he'd be willing to delay other opportunities if Davis agreed to meet him next. A clear sign of how badly he wants this bout to finally happen.
What changed?
Competition. As you get older, you start to know what competition is, and he kind of looked at me like I feel like I was a threat, which is rightfully so. Like, I don't blame him for the way that he looked at me, but it is what it is. It's two guys that just want to be the best in our sport, and we were ready to lay it all on the line.
Did he say to you like, yo, I don't want to be friends, or we can't, or is it just like a gradual thing where it started to become more distant?
Now you just know energy. You know energy. Once you feel the energy that's coming at you, you understand like, okay, I get it.
When do you think that started to change?
I think as he kind of matured and got older. Once you get older and mature, his energy kind of let it be known like, yeah, you the ops. We gotta fight. So
and perhaps as you were progressing and getting to the level that you're at now,
he knew exactly. Deep down inside, he could sit here and say, I'm not this, I'm not a good fighter, I'm not that, but deep down inside, he knows that I'm the truth.
Right.
So with him knowing that, he knows that I'm the biggest threat around where he's at.
Do you see he gets very upset when people ask him about you?
Yeah, I think that's insecurity though. I think he's insecure.
Because he knows that you give him trouble? Like, what's he insecure about in your opinion?
With top level guys like him, cause like I'm kind of different. I look at things like competition, but like his mentality is more so like it's either me or it's nobody. It's not a 1A, 1B, or You don't have nobody equal.
Shakur says, the tension with Tank comes down to mindset. He believes Davis sees him as a real threat, which is why his attitude shifted from dismissive to irritated over time. According to Shakur, that reaction isn't about disrespect but insecurity, because Tank knows he would be a tough problem. In the ring,
Shakur, right? Like he look like he got skill, right? But to be honest, I'm gonna be real. I ain't see him fight nobody that's like.
That's amateur shit. Come on, bro. When that heat coming back at you, them niggas like, you can see it.
Yeah,
you can see it. They ain't really. These niggas just talking that way, and it's always, oh, he can be this, he can be the next. Nigga, prove yourself. You still haven't proved yourself. When someone was in front of you that can crack a little.
Exhibition matches like Jake Paul versus Tank Davis or Floyd versus Tyson, good or bad for the sport of boxing?
I mean, I feel like in Floyd and Tyson situation is different than Jake Paul and Buddy. I feel like with Floyd and Tyson, it's like, okay, y'all deserve it. Y'all legends, y'all paid homage, y'all did the most for the sport of boxing already. So you deserve a big payday and be cool. I'm cool with it. I like it. But with Jake and Buddy, I feel like Buddy is a participate in the sport of boxing right now, and he just came off a draw his last fight. So if you're a real champion and top level guy that you say you are, which I think you are too, I think you're the truth. But if you're that guy and you just came off a draw, I think rematching will be the most competitive thing to do. With the Jake Paul situation, it's a money grab fight. So
even with all the discussions surrounding it, Tank has largely chosen not to engage. Following recent media appearances and promotional stops, Davis has brushed off the idea of facing Shakur, openly questioning what Stevenson has truly accomplished and suggesting he isn't a priority. During one press exchange, when asked why he hasn't pursued the fight, Davis responded by asking what Shakur has actually done. He made it clear that his focus is on other potential opponents such as Devin Haney, Brian Garcia, or Vasily Lomachenko, before giving any thought to that stylistic matchup. This public position goes beyond simply steering clear of a risky opponent. By consistently downplaying Stevenson, Davis adds fuel to the perceived tension, casting Shakur not just as a challenger, but as someone whose credibility he feels compelled to challenge in front of the cameras.
You are a student of boxing. You love this sport. I mean, when you hear this today on social media or wherever you happen to get the news, were you like, what? Like, can that actually be, man?
Nah, I'm not shocked. I mean, his last fight when he fought Lamont, Jake Paul was at the fight. He told y'all he was going to fight somebody like Jake Paul. So I'm not shocked. It don't surprise me. So, nah.
You know, Shakur, Jake, when he fought Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds. He was 199 and like 199 point something his last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He hasn't been only boxing for a couple of years. He's 12-1. Tank Davis obviously been boxing his whole life. He's 30-0-1. He's knocked everybody out except for 3 opponents in his life. But at what point does size matter so much, though, where it can't be overcome, Shakur? And is it in this case here when you've got what is like a 70-pound difference between these two guys?
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
Shakur, on the other hand, has taken a much bolder approach. He isn't just calling for the fight, he's confident he would come out on top. Over the past several months, Stevenson has repeatedly stated that he sees himself as the superior fighter, insisting that Davis wouldn't be able to beat him, and citing his own technical skill and ring IQ as the keys to victory. He has also criticized Davis for choosing opponents or weight conditions that make fights easier, suggesting it's a way to protect his unbeaten record, instead of facing challengers who could truly confirm his status at the top. These remarks go beyond casual rivalry chatter. They are direct digs aimed at portraying Davis as someone who avoids risk. While Stevenson positions himself as ready for any test in the ring,
fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? He won, right? But how he look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like,
can't take anything away from it. However, scared to get hit. Scared to get knocked out in front of the world. Scared to get touched up in front of the world.
Are you saying that off of the last fight or just
in general? In general.
Yeah.
In general. Me and Shakur sparred before. We did 3 rounds, and it was just light work. And me trying to figure out his jab. Does he have a good jab? Yeah, he does. But once you pass his jab, it's game.
Yeah.
It's food. It's lunch food. I am the best. I don't see no contract that says Shakur's name on there.
Yeah.
So until then, I'm gonna say and talk my stuff.
Yeah.
And if you want to come that way, then come that way. I mean, you have investors that are with you, and that's great. But they understand that they cannot have you come this way. Because I am too much.
When Davis signed to fight Jake Paul, many fans criticized him for choosing a flashy, profitable matchup over a genuine showdown with Shakur Stevenson. Social media reactions suggested he was dodging a risky fight, pointing to his repeated dismissals of Stevenson and lack of direct callouts as proof he's protecting his undefeated record rather than chasing top-level competition.
It's going to get slower moving up in weight or not, where Teofimo can hit him. Maybe he was really fast at 130, 26-30, maybe 35, but 40, you put on a little bit more weight. Shakur Stevenson has a very strong style where he can sit back and pot shot you and box and stuff like that, where Teofimo can also box and is very athletic and can get from side to side and can make things difficult for you as well. So what style is going to impose on the other is what we want to see.
So which style will impose? Is it something where like the first rounds really will dictate, or?
I think you're going to need a couple of rounds, but the first round is going to be very interesting. Maybe you see some tails, but I think maybe 2 or 3 you're going to start seeing one leave the other. Because I don't think that, well, maybe, I mean, Shakur might show some different, if he has to go after Teofimo, he might show some different type of heart that we haven't seen or different type of fighting we haven't seen. And vice versa, whereas Teofimo's hitting him with different shots off the angle, that is kind of giving, Shakur Stevenson trouble. We'll see.
Davis stood firm, showing he's unconcerned with public opinion. At a press event for the Paul fight, he shrugged off criticism, noting that fan moods are always changing and their frustration won't dictate his decisions. He told detractors to relax, watch the sport, and stop fixating on his next move.